Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for February 2023. We're going to jump right in here, Gemini, and we are going to see what is going on for you. You have this revenge card and this convention card. I'm laughing because the revenge card makes perfect sense. You had Mars retrograde in your sign. Even though we're past the retrograde, we're still in the shadow. And as I've been saying to you all year, I would just ignore any gossip. If I wouldn't even be thinking about revenge. Like if you think you want to get revenge on a person, it always comes back to bite you. With Mars retrograde, so I would practice forgiving and moving on. Not that you would. Again, I'm not saying that you would want revenge, but I would just be careful of it. The other thing I would be careful of is it looks like there could be a person who's like returning to talk to you, and it's like one of those things where maybe this person says some things that make you want to kind of lash out and bite the person's head off. But what I would say is, like, is it necessary? Do you need to do this? I would say no, because it could cause more harm than good. You have the Tower here, wouldn't even worry about it. Again, just like the last week, of January, where everyone had the Tower, everyone has had the Tower in these monthly readings. So again, I have a feeling that for the next 20 years or so, we're going to see many collective Tower moments. These are probably not bad things. They're actually probably good things because of this right here, convention. Convention represents the way things have always been done. And we have Pluto going into Aquarius. I'm going to talk about this a lot because it's like critically important, super powerful energy. And again, next time it comes back around, we'll all be dead. So, this will never happen again in our lifetime. And again, it just kind of represents new opportunities, new things coming in. And if we're stuck in convention, if we're stuck in the way things used to be, then we're going to be stuck. So don't be afraid to mix things up with the Tower either. You have the Three of Cups, Knight of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. Again, what I would say is I would put up some boundaries here, especially if you're dealing with a past person or if you have talked to a past person. Nine of Wands, it is the Wounded Warrior, but I kind of just get this feeling of someone with that Knight of Swords rushing in and kind of like pushing your buttons. I would also say if you have not talked to a person in a long time, that could be why this person is coming in and pushing buttons, because, it kind of strikes me as like, someone who maybe hasn't heard from you in a long time, Gemini, and they're getting nervous because this time it's real. That's like what's popping into my head. This person could have put you in a third party as well, but I think you're over it. For others, I would be focusing on your close connections, like your family, your friends, things like that. You have this Knight of Swords. Again, I get this rushing in energy from a person. I feel like someone could be seeing you glowing up or whatever, and they could be trying to mess up your day. That's why, like I said, I think this reading is very simple. It's just saying you need to put up some boundaries. Maybe you need to block a person before this happens. But I would definitely do it with this card. I would protect your peace at all cost going this direction. On the Nine of Cups, that guy is at total peace and happiness, and he's protecting his peace and happiness, and that's exactly what I'd be doing if I were you, Gemini, is protecting yourself. With that Three of Cups, you have the Eight of Cups. Again, I think you chose to walk away. It's like, this gives me the vibes of someone who thought they could just have it all. But more than, it's like this is a never-ending consuming monster. I think that this person, if they could have 20 people, they probably would. So, I would walk away from this energy for sure. For others, I do feel like you are just walking away from things that no longer serve you in general. I love that you go to the Nine of Cups. To me, it looks like a lot of you are choosing your own fulfillment, even if you're not dealing with love, right? Maybe you're choosing fulfillment in work or business as well. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Knight of Pentacles. This person's just too cautious. I feel like they have no right to be too. It's almost like this person projects if this is a person. It's like the reason they're so cautious in relationships and the reason the way they act the way they do is because of the way they act. It's like they think everyone is like them because they're a cheater or a liar or put people in third parties, right? And that's why they do everything that they do. So I feel like you're moving on from this. I also feel like you're focusing on your own abundance. I kind of see this as your energy as well. I feel like you're focused on your own security, creating more abundance. I also feel like you're more focused on, it's kind of like I see you being more focused on things that you can actually nurture in your life. He normally has these empty fields behind him, and he just needs to plant seeds in those fields. He just needs to get to work, right? And I feel that for some of you where just getting to work, just putting the work in will be very beneficial. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Five of Swords. Yes, separation. Again, I would defend yourself from this person. This person just wants to win. So again, a very specific story might only be for some of you, but if you have a person who you're not giving energy to, they just want to win, I would block this person at all cost. Plain and simple. For the rest of you who are not dealing with love, again, I would say no arguments, because again, I feel even outside of love, this could be in work or business, there could be a person who just wants to win. Next, we're going to look at the unexpected. You have this bear card. It says strength and resourcefulness on it. You also have this mountain. It says challenges, achievements. I feel like there could be some achievements coming in for you. Again, I feel there are definitely surprises, tower moments. Again, I just feel there are a lot of what I call curveballs in the future, where maybe we feel like something is working like work or business, then it stops working. We have to go do something else. Pluto and Aquarius is all about evolution. And I think people who evolve, who change with the times and with the symbols and things that are going on, those people are going to be very successful. So don't be afraid to do that. I would also say don't be afraid to set yourself apart. This has come up a lot at this time as well. And you can see that there's like this person kind of like at the top of this mountain here, and it's like not many people are up there. I kind of feel some of you could be working on, especially for those of you in work or business, or maybe you're doing something else that really not a lot of people do because it's hard, but maybe it's going to make you very successful. You have the Two of Pentacles here. I think you are working very hard. And Two of Pentacles says work hard, play hard. So make sure that you're not just working hard. Make sure you're also playing hard. I also feel that some of you know that there's something that you can't bring balance to. So this could be a person, like I said, it could be this person, this weird person that you're dealing with clearly. I feel like there's no balance that you can bring to the situation, so it's time to move on. I feel like it's really, this reading is saying it's time to focus on yourself, plain and simple, especially with this Nine of Cups, because, it's almost like as if once you enter into Nine of Cups, self-fulfillment, feeling fulfilled on your own, that's exactly when love is going to show up. That's exactly when money is going to show up, whatever it is you need, right? You have the Queen of Wands as well. Everyone has had something about like fortune favoring the bold. As I said, I said this in the early readings that I believe for the next 20 years, again, fortune favors the bold. Most important thing about her is that she learns as she goes. She doesn't need to know all the details as she's starting something. So if you're starting something new, this just says do it. She also has this black cat here, and the black cat in the tarot was considered very unlucky. People always leave me comments that are like, black cats are lucky. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in the times of tarot, when tarot was created, the message of the black cat is that it's unlucky. It does not, but the whole point of the black cat, for you cat ladies that love cats, that get offended when I talk about black cats, the point is that she does not care. She is going to do it anyway. She just likes the cat. That's why she has the cat, right? So the whole point of this is that with Pluto and Aquarius, there are going to be things that all of us do that somebody in our life isn't going to agree with, but we need to do it anyway. So don't listen to your parents, right? I've talked to so many people that are like 40 years old that still listen to their parents and stuff. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But, this is like, there could be people who are like, it would be a bad idea for you to start a business. It would be a bad idea for you to get into this relationship, but might be the love of your life, might be the best business of your life as well. If we're listening to other people, then we're just being part of the crowd. We need to be an individual with Pluto and Aquarius. They always say it's both. Yes, Pluto and Aquarius is the collective, but we also need the other side of the energy as well. You have the Tower here. I'm not going to lie. I do feel for some of you there could be an uncomfortable truth that is coming out. For those of you dealing with a past person, maybe I don't like saying these things because I think when we talk about things, then we continue to live that story, right? So this is the last I'm going to say of this, right? But what I would say, and I think you should move on, but I think something is much worse than you think with a person. It's like maybe someone cheated more times than you know, maybe someone did more than you know, whatever. And I feel this reading is encouraging you to move towards a true emperor type person. And it doesn't matter what gender you're interested in. I just think there's more to the story here is kind of what I'm getting. For others, I feel this is saying that, as I've been saying for weeks, that I think that, the tower's been coming up like crazy again, so there could just be a global tower moment, and I think we're going to see a lot of global tower moments. Literally, the whole point of Pluto and Aquarius is the breakdown of structure, the breakdown of establishment. I think something people don't understand about astrology is like when the planet leaves a sign, that's when we actually get the medicine, right? That's when we actually get to take the medicine. Pluto's going to be entering into Aquarius this year, so I think we could see a lot of establishments breaking down. Whatever, it could be anything. Things that have institutions that have lasted for a very long time. But again, it's to make the world more efficient. It might seem like a tower moment, but it probably is a good thing. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Swords here. Yeah, don't let someone rush into your life. I would also say take time making your decisions. I get this thing here where it's like there could be a lot of decisions you have to make this month, and I would say that if it's really a good decision, I feel like the people that are asking you to make the decisions will give you time, I think if people are saying you have to make this decision right now and it's going to disappear if you're like going to buy something or whatever, if people are putting pressure, the decision is no decision. If people say, okay, take your time, think about it, that is your clue. It's not a clue to make the decision. It's a clue to take time to do your research and really make sure that you want to commit to things. There's something about commitment here and really making sure you want to commit to the things that you're committing to. Again, the right things I think will give you time. The wrong things will not. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Page of Swords. Yes. I mean, taking your time. He is like the detective in the tarot. He really looks into things. He really makes sure he wants to do things. And that's what I'd be doing here. With the Tower, you have the Seven of Cups. Yeah, it's like castles made of sand. That's what's like popping into my head here. Seven of Cups is an illusion. So some of you could be seeing something as an illusion. That's kind of what I was getting at. Maybe you're realizing that you were with a person for a year. Maybe it was a lie or whatever. But again, I would just forgive and move on in this situation. For others, you could just see something else in the world. That could be the collective Tower moment. We could see like a scam coming out, another one, like FTX, the crypto scam. We could see something that was just all a lie coming, kind of collapsing down in the month of February. It just wouldn't surprise me. Next, you have this, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this card that says all the right things will come to you in the most unexpected ways. Love it. You have this partnership card. It says you are manifesting a strong and successful partnership. Consider having a partnership who can bring the experience you lack. Yes, you see those two people, they kind of fit together there. So I feel like, attracting people who can make up for your shortcomings, you can make up for their shortcomings. It's like you balance each other out. That is, of course, going to be good for you. This could also be in like business or work as well. I also do feel there's a lot of good things coming in. I mean, to me, this is Pluto and Aquarius, things coming in unexpected ways. I've literally been saying for like 2 years now, Knight of Wands. You don't have the Knight of Wands because I'm trying to make a point. But, what I would say is Knight of Wands has been coming up a lot in your readings as well. And Knight of Wands says be spontaneous. Like the way you're going to accomplish something is probably not how you think. So be open to these spontaneous opportunities. You have the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. You're trying to end this cycle right here of feeling left out in the cold. For some of you, this could be in love, of course. Maybe you have the same story in love. Maybe you have the same story in finances as well. I kind of feel for some of you in finances, your money goes up, then it comes down. And I feel that's a story that you're trying to bring to an end. And what I would say here is that this guy, he is experiencing a never-ending nightmare, but he has this comfort blanket on his lap. And I feel you need to leave a comfort zone to kind of get out of the situation. But I also feel that you are learning how to end a situation, or you have, and it could be through a past relationship. You have the Nine of Cups here, which is wish fulfillment, but kind of the story that I have popping into my head is that you finally stuck up for yourself with a person. Maybe you finally kicked their ass to the curb, right? You might be learning that things are worse than you thought, but at the same time, I feel like because you stuck up for yourself, you're like, well, that wasn't that bad, so where else in my life can I stick up for myself? So you haven't just learned to stick up for yourself in love. You've learned because of a situation here. It looks like a Tower moment that you had in the past. It looks to me like you've learned how to starting now, have learned how to stick up for yourself in other situations. It's like you're demanding much more of life. And sometimes I think that's all we need to do. We just need to demand our value in the universe. Like, they're serious about their worth. They finally see it. So we're going to bring it to them. And that's kind of like the energy I get there on that Nine of Cups, Gemini. I feel like you're demanding your value. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. I'm convinced that this is a card of knowing that you know that something is for you. It's a card of believing something deep down inside your DNA, deeper than your bones, right? As deep as you possibly can. You are internalizing a belief with the Seven of Wands. And because of that, I feel like the universe is getting out of your way. And this could be because of a past Tower moment. It doesn't have to be a breakup, but for a lot of you, I think it is. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Nine of Cups, yes, focusing on your own fulfillment. See, I really feel this is kind of something that you should practice with the Nine of Swords. You could be feeling low, but needing to feel high with the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is like bathing in an energy. I always say it's a card of matching the energy that you want. So even if things aren't going well, raising your vibration, doing the thing, kind of matching energy is going to lead to success. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Five of Wands here. This is a person who's just trying to cause conflict in your life. Again, I would avoid this person if you have this person in your life at all cost. Could be an Earth sign, a Scorpio, or an Aries is popping up here. Could also be a Pisces as well. But what I would say is I would avoid this person at all costs. They're just trying to cause conflict. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this Y card. I don't think you're getting answers from a person. I think you're getting answers from yourself. I think you're realizing that whatever this past situation is has nothing to do with you. I mean, it has nothing to do with them. It has to do with you. You're not blaming yourself here, Gemini, but sometimes I think we attract the same type of person who does whatever this is over here, and we need to realize that it's maybe something in us that makes us choose these types of people. And it's not about saying that you're a victim or anything like that. It's just about saying like, oh, I see that I always tend to pick these easy people or whatever the case may be. And I feel like you're seeing that, and because of that, you're providing yourself with answers. So it's almost like you don't even need closure all of a sudden from a past person. I also do feel for those of you in work or business that, I've been saying for years now that if I were anyone alive today, I would be learning as much as I can. Again, education is going to be very important in the near future. You have the Emperor, the Moon, and the King of Pentacles here. So I kind of feel this could be your past person. I feel like they're a control freak, and I feel like you're just moving away from it. But I also feel like this is you. I feel like you're taking control of this right here. You're taking control of your moon. The moon does not say stop. The moon says go to these mountains, because those mountains represent an accomplishment. So I almost feel like you're pushing past a point where you would normally give up in life, or you're kind of like trying to exceed your own expectations at this time. Again, with Pluto in Aquarius, plus we have Neptune in Pisces, Saturn's about to move into Pisces. If there is ever a time where we should be really pushing to do like more than we ever have, and we're not necessarily talking about hard work here. That could be part of it, but we're talking about like maybe you always make a certain amount of money. Maybe you feel like your income is capped. It's like, well, what can you do to get above that? Maybe you always get to a certain point in relationships. What is it about you that makes you get to that point and then leave, or makes the other person leave? It's not like you are making that person leave, but it's like the type of person. Is there a better type of person? But maybe you're afraid of a better type of person because they're better, right? And again, not a criticism. We all do this, right? We all pick people who are in our comfort zone. We don't pick people who are outside our comfort zone. And we're talking about outside our comfort zone as in maybe the person triggers you, because to be with them, you would have to, be better. You would have to do something more, right? And all this other stuff. Someone always gets super offended whenever I say this. Like, how dare you say I have to improve to be in a relationship? It's like, well, here's the way to look at it. You can either be in a relationship that's lazy, where you don't have to make improvements, or you can be in a relationship with a person who is always improving, forcing you to improve. Then you're always improving, right? I'd rather have the improvements, plain and simple. You have the King of Pentacles here. I really feel like you're stabilizing your finances. And with all this relationship talk going on here, Gemini, it looks to me like you're really just focusing on improving your finances. But I also feel that there are some realizations that you've had about past relationships that are causing you to improve these things. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up. Emperor, Three of Swords, separation, breakup, blah, 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 needing to fix the situation, needing to forgive it and move on. With the moon, you have the Wheel of Fortune, taking control of your destiny. The Wheel of Fortune is always spinning. It's always spinning in a direction. We can choose to take control of the direction by controlling our vibrations, or we can just let the wheel spin whatever direction it wants. So I would take control of the wheel. It looks to me like there's success coming in for you, though. With the King of Pentacles, you have the King of Wands, much more bold, assertive energy. I do feel like this could be a better person coming in for you in love. But again, intuitively, even though we talked about love here, I don't necessarily feel there's love coming in like this month for you. I feel like you're more focused on yourself, and that's exactly what you should be doing. Nine of Cups, focusing on your own fulfillment, focusing on matching the vibrations of things that bring you abundance, money, joy, bliss, like all those good things, right? That's what I'd be focusing on here with this energy. I also see like some of you, there could be some sort of move going on here, and it could be kind of random. So take it as it resonates. We're going to pull 5 main themes now. You have this rooster. It says an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. This emperor person. I would be careful of like going off on a person. It doesn't even have to be in love. It could just be an annoying person in your life or whatever. I feel it'll make you look worse. I would just like let things go as hard as it is. I know. Like I feel like you might be right in that you might have the right to rip someone's head off, but I just wouldn't. Next, you have this April card and this dog barking card. It says advice from a friend. April, the month of April 2023, is when I think most of us will really kind of feel that the energy is shifting, that things are getting better. I think it's going to get better. Like as we move through February and March, it's like we're going to start noticing the improvements. But April, I think it really hits where there's some big improvements. We feel a lot better. And so I feel like you have a lot to look forward to. You have this teardrops card. It says great personal sorrow. I feel like if this is a relationship situation, this person really put you through it. And, I would just protect yourself. You have this heart card. It says love, deep affection, and caring. I think this is what you want. If you want love, even if you don't want love, I feel, you could be looking for a business to really love and nurture. You could be looking for a job to really love and nurture, whatever it is. That's what you could be looking for here. You have this key card. It says successful outcome to your problem. So definitely any problems that you're having, I feel like you are going to be successful. But this looks pretty good here, Gemini. So, I think there are improvements coming in after this thing that happened. But thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time.